Ladies and gentlemen, there is something sacred about the way a new day begins. The sun rises not to repeat the past, but to give you a fresh canvas. And the way you choose to begin your morning, even if it is just 20 minutes, has the power to paint the tone of your entire day. I am not here to talk about perfection. I am here to talk about practice, a daily ritual that grounds you, calms your chaos, and reminds you of who you are beneath all the noise. Because, let's be honest, the world outside is loud, but the voice within, that's the one we need to listen to more. When you open your eyes in the morning, your body may be awake, but your soul is still catching up. And that is why we begin not with action, but with stillness. You do not need to leap out of bed, you need to breathe first. Just breathe. Your breath is your anchor. It reminds you that you are here, alive, safe. Before you check the clock, the messages, the emails, check in with yourself. Are you breathing deeply or shallow? Is your chest tight or free? These small observations tell you more about your state of being than any news headline ever could. So sit up slowly, place your feet on the ground and close your eyes. Let your spine rise tall like a tree and take a deep breath in. Hold it, now release, not just the air, but the tension, the worry, the leftover fragments of yesterday. Inhale peace, exhale pressure. Repeat this for a minute, maybe two. Let your mind wander if it must, but gently keep bringing it back to your breath. No pressure, no perfection, just presence. This isn't meditation in the way social media defines it. You don't need to sit like a monk or chant mantras. You just need to be fully, freely, honestly. You see, when we wake up, we are vulnerable. Our subconscious is still open. What we absorb in those first few minutes becomes our mental fuel. So if you begin your day rushing or worrying, you carry that energy all day. But if you begin with calm and presence, everything that follows feels softer. Even just 5 deep breaths can shift your energy. It is like whispering to yourself, I'm here, I'm okay, I'm ready. This moment of stillness also teaches you self-respect. You are telling your soul, before I give myself to the world, I give myself to me. That's powerful. That's healing. You may think 20 minutes is short, and it is. But in the right mindset, 20 minutes can become timeless. Especially when the first few are rooted in stillness. You don't have to be a morning person. You just have to be a present person. Some days your mind will be noisy. That's okay, still sit. Some days your heart will feel heavy. That's okay. Still breathe. You are not doing this for results. You are doing it for relationship, your relationship with yourself. Eventually, you'll notice something shifting. You'll stop needing to be motivated, because you'll already feel aligned. And that alignment will come from the silence you honor each morning. So, tomorrow, before you scroll, before you run, before you react, breathe. Let the stillness be your strength. Let the breath be your beginning. Let this first step be soft, because soft things are not weak, they are sacred. And the way you start your day is the way you start your story. Let it begin with you. When the body wakes up, it does not just need energy, it needs acknowledgement. After a long night of rest, your muscles are stiff, your joints are slow, and your blood moves like a river that has just started to thaw. Gentle movement is not a workout, it is a warm welcome to your own self. It is your way of saying, I am here. I choose to feel alive today. You do not need to turn your morning into a fitness boot camp. That is not the point. This is not about six packs or burnouts. This is about connection. Simple stretches, soft twists, or just raising your arms toward the sky, that is enough. Enough to invite circulation. Enough to loosen what sleep has tightened. Enough to remind your body that it matters too. Your body holds memory. Every stress, every joy, every experience lives somewhere beneath your skin. When you move gently in the morning, you help it release what it does not need and make space for what is yet to come. A slow neck roll can clear tension from yesterday's worry. A soft stretch toward the toes can remind your spine to trust the day again. These aren't grand gestures, but they are sacred ones. Start small, maybe just 5 minutes, maybe just on the edge of your bed. Maybe just your fingers reaching out, your toes flexing, your shoulders circling in small, quiet loops. No judgment, no measuring, just moving. Some people like yoga, others prefer dancing in slow circles to a song that holds memories. Some do tai chi in the garden, barefoot on wet grass. You do not have to follow anyone's script. Your body already knows what it needs. You only need to listen. There is something healing about being present in your body before the world demands performance from it. All day you will sit, stand, walk, carry, type, serve, support, but for these few minutes you simply honor it. No roles, no obligations, just gratitude in motion. As you move, notice your breath. Let it guide the rhythm. Let it rise when you stretch, fall when you fold. Breathe into the tight places, release into the open ones. This is not just about flexibility of the limbs. It is about flexibility of life. You're reminding yourself that movement is not punishment. It is prayer, it is peace in motion. And if your mind tries to rush ahead to the chores, the emails, the things left undone, gently bring it back. Back to your arms, to your legs, to the beat of your heart. This body has carried you through so much. It deserves this care. It deserves this moment. You may feel silly the first few days. You may wonder if these small movements even matter. But over time, you will notice the difference, not just in your body, but in your mind. You'll stand taller. You'll feel lighter. You'll walk into your day with a sense of ownership, not urgency, because you've already taken time for the most important space. You occupy your own body. There is a wisdom in the way the body whispers. When you move slowly, you begin to hear it, and when you hear it, you begin to heal. So stretch, roll, sway, bend. Let your body speak. Let your body lead. Let movement be the language of your morning silence. Gratitude is not just a feeling. It is a choice, a mindset, a lens through which the entire day can shift. When you wake up in the morning and take a moment to name 3 simple things you are thankful for, you are not ignoring life's chaos. You are simply choosing to start your day with the things that are still working, still present, still beautiful in their own quiet way. It does not need to be something grand. You do not have to be thankful for a miracle. It can be as simple as the feeling of soft sunlight on your face, the sound of a bird singing outside your window, the warmth of the blanket that held you through the night. Gratitude is found not in perfection, but in presence. It is in the ordinary that the extraordinary quietly lives. This small practice of noting 3 things is like planting seeds, seeds of contentment, seeds of perspective. When you do it daily, your mind slowly begins to shift. It stops waiting for big moments to feel joy. It begins to notice how much goodness already surrounds you, the cup of tea that tastes just right, the way your pet looked at you this morning, the message from a friend, the body that woke up one more time. You are not writing a list for anyone else to see. This is not about impressing anyone or pretending everything is fine. It is about anchoring yourself in the truth that even in struggle, there are things to hold on to. Even in uncertainty, there are gifts that do not depend on outcomes. Some days, it might be harder to name 3 things. That is okay, especially on days when your heart feels heavy or your mind feels cloudy. But that is when this practice matters most. That is when looking for light becomes an act of strength. You are not denying the darkness. You are simply choosing not to live only in it. Write it down if you can. In a notebook, in your phone, on a sticky note by your bed. There is something powerful about seeing your own words remind you of the good. Or say it out loud, whisper it if you must. Let your voice hear your gratitude. Let your soul recognize it. And the beauty is once you start, more comes to mind. You remember how someone held the door for you yesterday, how you had food to eat, how your body moved through another day, how you still have dreams to chase. It grows, and that is the secret. Gratitude expands the more you give it space. It is not about denying pain or struggle. It is about keeping your heart open enough to see both the pain and the progress, the ache and the abundance. Gratitude does not make life perfect. It makes life possible, bearable, brighter. When you begin your morning this way, you build an invisible shield. The world may still be noisy, people may still be rude, problems may still show up, but inside, you have already chosen softness. You have already found something to smile about, and that small shift can change the way you carry everything else. So, tomorrow, when you sit in stillness and move your body, pause for just a moment and name 3 things. Say them like small prayers, write them like notes to your future self, collect them like treasures. Not because life is perfect, but because your heart is still open enough to see what is good. And that is the beginning of everything. Setting an intention in the morning is not about creating a to-do list or planning your entire day hour by hour. It is about gently asking yourself, what do I want to feel, focus on, or embody today? It is not about pressure or performance. It is about clarity. When you write one small intention for the day, you are telling your heart which direction to face. You are giving your energy a purpose. You are choosing to live the day instead of letting the day live you. This intention can be 1 word or 1 sentence. It can be soft like I will be patient today, or strong like I will speak my truth. It can be something emotional, like choosing kindness in difficult moments, or something internal, like staying grounded no matter what comes. The beauty of this practice is that it belongs only to you. No one has to approve it, no one can take it from you. It is your quiet compass. Often we wake up and dive into our day like it is a race, responding to emails, tasks, and problems without checking where we are even headed. But when you pause, even for 1 minute, and set your intention, you create a shift. You are no longer reacting to life. You are responding with awareness. You are telling your day, this is how I will walk through you. Writing your intention gives it more weight. It moves it from a passing thought to something you can return to throughout the day. You can write it in a journal, on your mirror, or as a note in your phone. The important thing is to give it space to live, and when the day becomes heavy or confusing, you can look back at what you wrote and remember why you started the morning the way you did. Some days your intention might be quiet, like choosing to rest more. Other days it might be bold, like facing a fear or standing up for yourself. It is not about choosing something big. It is about choosing something true. The kind of truth that aligns your mind with your heart, your actions with your values. There is something powerful about being able to say, today I choose peace, even when the world around you is loud. Or saying, today I will listen more, especially when you are tempted to speak. These small sentences become silent teachers that walk with you all day. Over time, this habit creates a kind of emotional muscle. You become more intentional in conversations, in your reactions, in your choices. And instead of being pulled in 10 different directions, you start to live from one rooted center. That center is your intention. This is not about being perfect every day. You will forget your intention sometimes. You will fall short of it. That does not make the practice pointless. In fact, it makes it even more important, because the point is not to get everything right. The point is to start each day with a reminder of what matters to you. When you write your intention, let it be honest. Let it come from a place of self-respect, not self-pressure. You are not proving anything to the world. You are aligning yourself with what already exists inside you, and in a world that often rushes us, distracts us, and exhausts us, that kind of alignment becomes a rare and radical form of power. So each morning, take that small moment, ask yourself what you need most, ask yourself how you want to show up. And then write it down, not as a demand, but as a quiet promise to yourself. Let that one line carry you through whatever the day may bring. Let it become the voice you return to when everything else gets too loud. Let it guide your steps without shouting, without forcing, just gently reminding you of what you chose to live for today. The moment you reach for your phone first thing in the morning, your peace is handed over to someone else. The notifications, the messages, the headlines, they all start speaking before your own thoughts have had a chance to wake up. The mind is still soft in the morning, still shaping its tone for the day, and when the first thing it receives is noise, that noise becomes the background music to everything else. Avoiding screens during your morning routine is not about rejecting the world, it is about protecting your own energy before the world enters. There is something sacred about the stillness of the morning. The light is softer, the air feels gentler. Your thoughts are not yet racing. This time is delicate, like the space between dreams and reality. And when you allow your eyes and your mind to stay away from the digital rush, you give yourself the gift of true presence. You become aware of your breath, your body, the sound of your surroundings, and the quiet wisdom that only arrives when you are not being pulled in 100 directions. It is not easy. The habit of checking your phone is wired deeply. It feels harmless, even necessary. But each time you open a screen, you open a door, and often you let in more than you realize: comparison, anxiety, urgency. The news shouts at you. Social media shows you other people's lives before you've even thought about your own. And your to-do list greets you like a storm cloud before you've had a chance to step into your own calm. Resisting the urge to check your phone is a small rebellion. A rebellion against being told who to be before you've remembered who you are. It is your way of saying, I will meet myself before I meet the world. This practice is not about perfection. It is not about deleting all your apps or abandoning technology. It is about drawing a line between when your day begins internally and when it opens externally. When you stay away from screens, even for 20 minutes, you begin to notice the beauty of boredom. You feel how long a minute really is. You hear your own thoughts. You get curious about your emotions. You become more aware of what your mind gravitates toward when it's not being constantly fed. And in that space, you find clarity. You find focus, you find yourself. Use that time for something nourishing instead. Look out the window. Make tea with both hands. Let the silence be complete. Or read something that adds peace to your spirit instead of pressure to your mind. Write in a notebook. Stretch without tracking it. Let the light of the screen be replaced by the light of the morning. Some people say the world will move on without you if you do not check your phone, and they are right. The world will keep moving, but so will you, and the difference is you will move with intention, not reaction. You will choose what matters instead of letting the screen decide for you. You will give your energy to what you value instead of what demands your attention. Each morning, you get to choose how you enter the world. Do you want to walk in carrying everyone else's noise, or do you want to walk in with your own peace? Avoiding screens does not silence the world, but it allows you to hear your own voice first. That voice, if nurtured, becomes your guide, your anchor, your calm in the noise. You do not have to run away from technology, you just have to stop letting it run your mornings. Your first moments are precious. Guard them like the gold they are. Let the world wait. You do not have to rush to be everywhere. You just need to arrive fully where you are. There is something deeply powerful about the act of smiling to yourself. Not the smile you give others when you're trying to seem polite or friendly, but the quiet, gentle one you offer your own reflection when no one is watching. It is not for show. It is not for anyone else's validation. It is for you. It is the simplest way to say, I see you. I'm proud of you. I'm with you. And when you end your morning routine with that small smile, you are not pretending everything is perfect. You are acknowledging that you are choosing to begin, even when life feels uncertain. This smile is not forced, it does not come from a place of fake positivity or shallow optimism. It comes from a place of awareness. You are aware that your body woke up today, that your breath is still moving, that you gave yourself 20 minutes of peace in a world that rarely gives anyone permission to pause. And in that awareness, a small smile becomes something sacred. There are days when smiling might feel like too much. Days when your heart is heavy, when your sleep was restless, when your to-do list feels like a mountain you are too tired to climb. But even on those days, especially on those days, that smile matters. Not because it solves anything, but because it tells your spirit that you're still here, still showing up, still willing to try. You do not need to look in the mirror. You can smile with your eyes closed. You can smile sitting on the floor, still in your pajamas, your hair messy, your heart still waking up. It is not about looking a certain way. It is about feeling a certain kind of softness within, a kind of kindness toward yourself that says you are enough just like this. When you smile, your body responds, your nervous system calms, your shoulders drop, your breath slows. Your mind loosens its grip on fear. It is not magic, but it is powerful, because that one gesture is a signal that you are safe with yourself, that your own presence is not filled with judgment, but with grace. And grace is what we all need more of, not just from the world, but from ourselves. We spend so much time analyzing, fixing, improving. But how often do we simply appreciate ourselves for being alive? How often do we recognize that surviving, healing, learning, these are not small things? That being human, with all its mess and mystery, is worth honoring. The smile is a bookmark, a way to close the chapter of your morning routine with warmth. It does not mean the rest of the day will be perfect. It does not mean you won't feel stress or sadness or frustration. It simply means you chose to begin your day by connecting with the most important person in your life, yourself. And over time, that smile begins to reshape your relationship with your mornings. You stop dreading the start of the day. You begin to look forward to it, not because life is suddenly easy, but because you've created something stable within the storm. That smile becomes your quiet way of saying, no matter what happens out there, I am rooting for myself in here. Let it be soft. Let it be sincere. Let it be a moment of intimacy between you and the person you've grown through everything with. The one who has carried you through pain, through growth, through countless sunrises you didn't think you'd see. You owe them a smile, not as a reward, but as a recognition. You're still here, still breathing, still choosing to begin. And that is always worth smiling about. There is something sacred in the act of drinking water in the morning, not just because your body needs it, but because the way you drink it can set the rhythm for how you handle the rest of your day. When you drink water slowly and mindfully, you are not just hydrating your body. You are offering yourself a moment of peace, of respect, of presence. It is such a simple act, yet it carries a quiet kind of wisdom that often goes unnoticed. After hours of sleep, your body wakes up dry, in need of replenishment. And the first thing you put into it should not be caffeine or chaos. It should be clarity. Water is clarity. Water is balance. And when you take that first sip, not in a rush, not as a task to check off, but as a moment to truly feel the coolness of it, the softness, the quiet cleansing, it becomes more than just hydration. It becomes healing. Most people drink water without thinking. They gulp it down while checking emails, scrolling news feeds, rushing through the kitchen on their way out the door. But there is something deeply grounding about slowing down enough to actually taste it, to feel it moving through your throat, waking up your insides. It is a kind of communion between your body and the world, a reminder that even the most essential things in life deserve your full attention. Make this your ritual. Before the noise starts, before the mind gets pulled in 10 directions, pour a glass of water. Sit down, hold it in both hands, take a breath, then sip, not with distraction, but with intention. Think about how this one action nourishes every cell in your body, how it begins to restore what sleep has emptied, how it gently awakens your system without overstimulating it. Let it be more than just a drink. Let it be a practice. You are not just meeting a physical need. You are teaching yourself to honor the present moment, to care for your body like it matters, to pause before you move, to choose calm instead of rushing. There is something poetic about the fact that water, the simplest and most accessible thing, holds the power to shift your energy. It is not loud or demanding, it is quiet, but it flows, it adapts, it sustains, and perhaps that is the lesson. It is not the intense things that sustain us, but the gentle ones. Not the loud victories, but the quiet care. Not the dramatic gestures, but the small, consistent acts of respect we show ourselves. You might think it is too small to matter, but over time, these small moments become the foundation of your day. You start noticing how you carry that slowness with you into your conversations, how you breathe deeper, how you listen more, how you react less, all because you began the day not by running, but by sipping. You are not just quenching thirst. You are choosing a mindset that says your well-being is worth your time. That says you do not need to start your day in fight or flight mode. That says even in a world that demands speed, you can still choose grace. And perhaps most importantly, you are reminding yourself that care does not have to be complicated. It can be found in a glass of water, in the way you hold it, in the way you pause for it, in the way you let it return you to your body, your breath, your being. That stillness, that intention, it travels with you long after the glass is empty.